Okay, so welcome to our first of 3 CoachThem webinars this week. As you got in the email today, this is going to be how you're going to be able to create your drills, the drills that you're going to be used to put into your practice plan and ultimately share with your coaching staff and your team. So this is the first one that we're going to be doing. The plans portion is going to be running on Wednesday morning, and the sharing portion is going to be running on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So for the purpose of this webinar and to keep everything organized, as I mentioned, this is going to be going up onto the blog. So to keep everything organized and specific to drill creation, I ask that if you do have any questions, please keep them specific to drill creation and not extending beyond and asking about sharing and asking about practice plan creation. As I promise I'll cover it later on this week. I just wanted, for simplicity purposes, keep everything specific to drill creation and all the questions appropriate towards that. So again, before I get started, I do have a quick poll that I want to ask you of. So right here, I'm going to launch it here. The first question I'm going to ask is, do you create your own drills for your practices? Now, I'm asking if that's your head coach. If you're a head coach and you're the one creating the drills, you're sending them out to your assistant coaches. If that's you, then click yes. And if not, if you're an assistant coach, you can click no. I just want to be able to gauge who is actually doing that practice plan creation. Now, the second question is, have you created a custom drill within CoachThem? So that's if you've done this before, you've had a little bit of experience, you've played around with the CoachThem platform. If you have done that and you're looking to come into the webinar today to kind of broaden your knowledge, dive into a little bit deeper of our capabilities, I just want to be able to gauge kind of the experiences where everyone's coming from and what their experience is with the platform. So I'm going to leave that live throughout the whole webinar, and then I'll just collect the data at the end. That's great for you guys to participate in that, and that way I can have that for my future reference. So right now, of course, I'm sure you know CoachThem is completely web-based. So I am operating off of my computer right now, but I could definitely be doing this off my tablet, or I could be viewing this off my phone. But the drill drawing is really great for your computer, and if you have a tablet with a digital pencil, it's really fascinating. It really works seamlessly on those devices as well. So again, I'm operating off my computer, and I'm going to be focusing my whole attention today on the drills page of our site. In drills page, you're going to have your sketch pad in the middle. Of course, that's where you're drawing all of your drills. On the left-hand side, you have the tool panel. So you have all of your line tools, you have your position tools, and of course your items as well. And on the right side, all of your organization of your drills from your personal folder to your team, association, marketplace, and the shared. That's where everything is going to be on that right-hand side. In the organization of your drills, you're going to have at the top of the drill menu, the drill name. So of course, you're going to type in the name of the drill. You're going to talk about how long it's going to run for, from 1 minute to 60 minutes. You can add in any time there. There's also the different rink options there available as well. So we have some coaches that love to do full ice practices. We have some coaches that love to do half ice, smaller ice practices. I'm going to show a couple different examples as to how each of those different templates can be used in developing your practice plan. To the right of that, of course, you have your saving features. So you have your save. You can save the drill as a new folder. You can print it from here. I'm going to show you what it would look like under your printing template. Of course, your sharing that we'll get into later this week. Your archive it's basically if you have the drill with different versions, the archive would look for the different versions of that drill. You also have the trash. You also have the new drill as well. So that's all in the drill menu at the top of the screen. Putting the attention to the left-hand side with the tool panel. The tool panel, the top 4 quadrants here, the first 4 squares. Of course, you have your select and edit. This is basically going to be your cursor over the sketch pad. You have, of course, your eraser when you want to get rid of anything. And below that, you have your 2 lines. So we have a free line, which is basically going to be completely free. So I can draw any direction that I want onto the ice. I can have different endpoints here as well. So that automatically defaults to our skating line. We have a skate with a puck. We have a pass. We have backward skating with a puck, and lateral skating. We have the different endpoints here. So if I wanted to say, I'll highlight this, I'm going to change my endpoints. So I can end this off with a shot. So that would adjust the endpoint there with a shot. I can have a stop. So there you see the endpoint change to a stop. Again, if I highlight this, you can go on and you continue through the direction, no arrowhead at all, or you can end it off with a pivot. Of course, you have the different colors available as well. So if I wanted to change this to a red line, color coordinate my practice plan, I could easily do that. And then again, if I wanted to erase it, I can just erase the line. So that's our free line. Next to that, we have our straight line. Now, the straight line is going to be used for that automatic pass. It's going to go to the passing line automatically. So it's going to be really great for quick passes. So if I wanted to have my player give a pass, it's really great for quick passes. Of course, you have the different line options here as well. We have the goalie lines in here too, but it automatically defaults to pass. And then again, if you wanted to change any of these lines, you have the different endpoints as well. And of course, black to purple, you can color coordinate that for your practices. Again, if I want to erase that, highlight over the eraser and I can erase it. So those are our lines. Below that, you have all of your positions. So you have your center, you have your left wing, you have your right wing, you have your goalie, your left D and your right D, your generic D, your generic forward, and your coach. So what's really cool, if I'm on my computer like I am now, I can use our quick kind of keynotes to highlight faster for these icons. So if I click F, it's going to highlight the forward. And when it highlights the forward, you see that there's the different colors that are available, from black all the way through to purple. We have F, F1, all the way through to F5. If I click D, so I'm going to erase that. If I go to my cursor, and if I click D, that's going to go to my D. If I click C, it's going to go to center, goalie, so on and so forth. So it's really great if you're just adding in some quick icons. For example, I want to put some forwards in the corner. These are the blue line. It's really easy to move and adjust with. And again, if I wanted to erase it, I could just highlight it with my eraser, click, and it's gone. Below that, you do have the add text feature. So it's ABC. You can add any text that you want onto the ice. So this is going to be really great if you're adding in any stations to your practices or you want to break it up into different zones. So I can type zone 1, I can type zone 2. I can move that anywhere you want onto the ice. We are working on an adjustment that's going to allow you to change the font size. So this is automatically our default font size. It's not going to adjust from this current position, but we are working on adjusting that. So if you want to have a smaller text, you can add a smaller text. If you want to have it bigger, you could have that as well. So that is coming soon for the future. Again, you can just erase it and it's gone. Below that, you have the different icons. So of course, you have your net to show you what it looks like. You can put a net there. I can put a net in the middle of the ice as well. I can adjust the positioning of it. Of course, you have your stick, you have your pylon, you have your tire, puck, multiple pucks, the different shapes as well. We also have a bumper here and we have a deviator as well. So anything that you would use normally in a practice, we're going to have the icons for. Anything beyond that, anything that would be out of the ordinary, certainly let us know. That's something that we can definitely incorporate into future considerations for other icons that we can add to our list. But I think we have it pretty well covered, and you wouldn't really use anything beyond that in your current coaching practices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw up 3 different drills. They're going to be different in numerous ways depending on the involvement with the players, the involvement with the coach, the size of the ice. And that way you can kind of gauge based off of your own personal experience where you can have accessibility for our platform and any changes that you would do differently currently to what you're currently doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some D in the corner, and then again, I'm just using this quick feature. So I press F. I'm going to put some F at the blue line, some forwards at the blue line. I'll click G, it's going to go to goalie. I'm going to put a coach up at the other blue line, throw some pucks in the corner with the D. And right now I have everything set up so I can start drawing. So I can have my D skating with the puck behind the net. If there's ever any mistakes where just the platform went a little bit wacky, you can just easily delete it. It's fine. Move on, redraw it. It takes 2 seconds to fix any issues you ever have. So our D goes behind the net. He's going to pass the forward out. Forward's coming in right in front of the goalie. He's going to pick up the puck, start skating with the puck through the neutral zone. We'll use our straight line to give a quick pass to our coach. Coach will give it back on the other side. I'm going to click my D. He's going to skate up and through to the neutral zone. Our forward's going to go all the way around the coach. If I want to make any adjustments, so if I want to change this line and have our D pivot, I can go to our endpoints, just a little pivot, and that automatically changes that little pivot arrowhead. That way the D knows that he has to pivot in that position. From here, I can have my forward skating with the puck. He's going to go down on the goalie. I'm going to have my D backward skating, and he's going to take a one-on-one drill. So right now, the drill is completely drawn up. If I wanted to adjust any points, I can highlight the lines. I can move them around within the points individually. So I could bring it tighter. I could bring it further out, whatever adjustments I wanted to make. If I messed up anything, I just wanted to move around one little point, I could definitely do that with that feature here. I can move around the line as a whole if I wanted as well. And really you can make any adjustment to the screen that you would want to make. At the top, again, this is how I'm going to organize it. So I'm going to call it the best drill ever. A little bit confident, a little bit cocky, but it's okay. So we'll go the best drill ever. We're going to run it for 10 minutes. And of course, that's going to be the preset rink that we're using. So the drill's completely drawn out. Here I can add my tags. Now the tags are going to be how the drill is actually sorted in your personal folder. So that personal folder is going to be all of your own drill creations, everything you've created, saved, stored yourself. That's where it's going to be seen. And no one else can see that. That's only you. It's your own personal folder, of course. So we have numerous different tags here. So if I want to tag this as a warm-up drill, for example, I'll take it as that. I'm also going to tag it as a one-on-one, so 1 versus 1. And it's going to be saved under those tags, under those folders in my personal folder on the right-hand side of the page. Below that, you can add in all of your descriptions. So what's really great, we have, of course, numbered lists. You can do numbered lists. You can do different points as well. And this is how you're going to sequentially write out what's happening in the drill for your own future use and for your assistant coach's uses as well. So you can write my D, and you can use the items here, the icons. So we're going to have my D, skates behind that, and passes to our forward. Right there, that's the first step. Go on to the next step, and sequentially you write out what's happening in the drill. Below that, of course, you have your key points. So again, you have the icons here that you can use to lay it out. So if I want to focus on a pivot point, I can make a key note and a key point that the D has to focus on that pivot point for my own future use. I can know how the drill should actually be executed. So from here, if everything's complete, I can save it. And once I save the drill, again, it's going to go on the right-hand side in that personal folder. If I didn't save that drill, you can see at the top there, just temporarily, it has the drafts. So if I, for example, my computer crashed, anything happened, and I needed to go back to that drill and it wasn't completely saved, you're going to see the draft of that drill in there so you can access it again. You can go back to it if there's ever an issue. You can still access the work that you already put in, just unfortunately didn't save. So that's our first drill. It's done under the warm-up section, and it's also going to be under my one-on-one section right there, the best drill ever. So that's going to be your own future use. That's another drill added to your playbook and something you can reference in the future. So here I'm going to add another drill. We're going to do another one, and here we're going to do one that's closer in one end. So this is one I actually recreated off of a Hockey Canada Drill Hub website. So coaches love to share, they love to contribute, they love to help out. So I wanted to recreate this to show you how easy it was. If you're a coach, if you have had all of your drills, your playbook on a different platform, or if it's all on in your coach's binder and you're afraid to put it online, to show you how easy it is to recreate a drill. This is going to be my second time creating the drill, and I'll show you how quick it is from what I remember. So here, basically what we're going to be doing is a quick pass and quick release shot drill. So we're going to call it the 5 shots quick release. So basically what's going to happen in the drill is that the forward's going to skate around the circle here and get 5 quick passes from our coach, taking shots on the goalie. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my free line with my player. So we're going to have the player is going to be skating wide around the circle, and his final shot is going to end up somewhere around this point. At that same time, he's going to be taking shots. So he's going to have a shot from here. And what I'm going to do actually to keep it a little bit more organized, so instead of using that free line, I'm going to use a straight line. So I can have we'll use a skate, and we'll end it off with a shot. So a quick shot there. We're going to have a quick shot there. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 shots that the player is going to be doing. And here I can add in my passes. So again, I can use that quick pass. So it's automatically default to the pass line. So I have my coach 1 pass, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right there, very quick drill. I drew it up in 30 seconds. That's something that we can run very quickly. You can run that one for 5 minutes to warm up the players, warm up the goalie, get some shots on net. So what I'm going to tag this as, we're going to take it as a puck control. We're also going to tag it as a skill drill, so a shooting and passing drill. Of course, I can make any adjustments if I want. So say I run this as my coach doing this, I can have any adjustments and maybe put a D-man in there and make that edit in the future. So here I can add in my description again, add in my number list. If I want to put in the bullet points as well, you can do that there. And of course, you have all the icons that you want to make in order to sort it properly and to keep it there for you. And of course, key points as well, you can add that in too. So here, I'm going to save this again. And it's going to be saved under my personal folder on the right-hand side of the page as the skill drill and as the puck control drill as well. So what's really great about our drill panel here is that if you want to search up any of the drills you've done, your search function here can actually search across every folder. So between your personal folder, your team, your association, marketplace, and shared, you can easily search across all of those folders. So if I wanted to search for that drill, show what it looks like, 5-shot, quick release, I search for it, I click it, it's right there. If I wanted to print off this drill, so if you didn't want to bring your phone to, oh, I have Mike raising his hand. Mike, do you have a question? You want to type it in the Q&A there? We'll give him a second to type that out. But in the meantime, if, oh, no, Mike doesn't have it. Okay, no worries. So again, if I wanted to print off this drill, of course, we do have amazing capabilities if you want to bring your tablet to the rink, if you want to bring a laptop to the rink, whatever the case is, and have it digital. We do have that capability, but of course, we do know that there's going to be some coaches that want to be conventional and print off all of their drills and their practice plans, and that's okay and that's fine. And we fully support that with our print function as well. So as we have a couple of different templates that you can choose from. So of course, you can adjust your heading. So if I want the heading to be CoachThem, I'll keep it as that. You're going to have the drill name, so the 5-shot quick release. And then I can add in my team logo here. So if I want to add in my CoachThem team, oh, we're having a little difficulty. There we go. Okay, so if I want to add in the team CoachThem logo, that's how it's going to show up. We'll show you the template here. So right there, I see the CoachThem drill. If there's going to be the description and key points that'd be listed below, you see the CoachThem at the top, 5-shot quick release. I'm going to show you what the other drill would have looked like as well. So if we go back to our one-on-one drills, so the best drill ever, if I go to print this, this is going to be full size, so it's going to look a little bit different on the template. I'm going to use the same logo. I'm going to print it. So basically the key points in the description are going to be below the sketch pad, or you can have them above the sketch pad using the other template. You can click that, and then automatically this is going to be your template. So if you want to adjust the top name, you could adjust that. Of course, you have the logo there, and then description, if there's key points, they would be listed below. So you can have that. If this is going to be an individual drill you wanted to print out and make different notes to, you could most certainly do that. What you could do as well is, of course, formulate that into a practice plan where you're going to have your whole plan laid out on the different sheets. It's all going to be available to you there. So I'm going to take some time now. I want to answer any questions that you have. Feel free to answer them in the Q&A section if you want me to go over certain aspects of the drill creation, whether you have questions about small area, some of the icons that we have. Any questions, feel free to ask them in the Q&A section. Just at the bottom of the screen, there's Q&A. Click that, ask some questions, and I would be happy to answer. I'll give a couple of minutes just for that to flow in. What we wanted to do while anyone is typing in some questions for us, again, what we wanted to do with these webinars is, of course, provide an amazing resources that you can use to create your drills, create your practice plans, and share them with your team and association. But of course, we wanted to be able to educate you in how to actually perform and to use that in its capability with your actual coaching application. So part of the webinar series, what we wanted to do is learn what our coaches want to know more of. So we had a bunch of coaches asking what are just some of the simple drill drawing capabilities. And that's what we want to do with our first webinar, is provide you the resources to know this is what our different line options available. If you want to add a line or an endpoint, that's how you can choose it. If you wanted to end something off with a shot, for example, if I want to adjust this endpoint, I can end it with a shot. If I want to make any changes like that, those are some of the key things that, to my knowledge and to our team's knowledge, we know, of course, off by heart because we've been using the platform day in and day out. But for anyone who's just picked up the platform, they may not know some of the key features of the site and what are the ways around it as well. So I'm happy to be able to have this opportunity to provide the webinars to you. I'm excited for the rest of the week and showing you how to formulate everything into practice plans, and of course how to share everything, because that's when things get really neat, when you can share and you can take ideas from different coaches and implement those into your practice plans as well. That's something that we're really looking forward to providing the opportunity to do. And if you have any recommendations for future webinar topics, I'd love for you to ask or to mention them in the chat just below here. So I'm going to type a little message in the chat. I'll type hi. If you have any recommendations for future topics, please add them in here, or you can be using this little chat feature on the bottom right-hand side of the page. So if you use this chat feature, you can create a conversation with myself or with Mike, and we will automatically know what you want to see in the future, and we can definitely implement that into our schedule and work to talk about that in future webinars. So if we don't have any other questions, if there's no concerns coming from our audience here, again, I wanted to thank you for the opportunity to speak to all of you tonight, and for everyone tuning in live right now, thank you for tuning in, and for anyone referencing it in the future. Hopefully you learned something new tonight. Hopefully you took something from this experience, and hopefully you can bring something new to your upcoming practice with CoachThem. Again, thank you very much. My name is Steven. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at steven.evans@coachthem.com. What I will do, I will type it in the chat, steven.evans@coachthem.com. Type that in the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you out. And for the rest of the night, have a great night, and hope to see you on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern is the next webinar where we will be teaching you how to create everything into your perfect practice plan and implement that in your next practice. Thank you and have a great night.